Welcome to the Super Dash channel. Today we're going over some brand new promos they just announced on the Dragon Ball Super Card Game Facebook page. I know there's a lot of discussion going around, and there has been for a long time, about the availability of promo cards in the game. Local shops, at least the majority, just don't receive enough promo packs to give out at tournaments. So players aren't seeing as many as they should, especially with them coming out with so many different promos. It's hard to even get two of all the promos they came out with for a set in the span of like a month or two. But that is possibly a video I want to put together later on, going over the whole issue with promos, and how many they print out and how little the player base actually receives. But let's get into the video. We're starting off with Son Goku Godly Aura. This is actually a really great art for this. It's a really great moment in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. In my opinion, it's actually a very awesome and intimate scene between Goku and Broly, where Goku is basically trying to calm Broly down and prevent him from basically destroying the earth because he's getting so mad. He obviously doesn't have a problem fighting, but he has an issue with getting out of control and pretty much blowing up the whole planet, which, you know, when you fuck with Broly, that's what happens. Sucks. But this card has auto when this card is played. Add up to one red extra card with an energy cost of 1 and no keyword skills from your drop area to your hand. Auto when this card is discarded from your hand by a Union Fusion skill. Add up to one card from your life to your hand. So this is just more support for the Gogeta deck. Looking good. The art's pretty amazing. Let's look at the next one. We got another 2-drop Vegeta Godly Aura going with the previous one. Auto when this card is played, add up to one red extra card with an energy cost of 1 and no keyword skills from your drop area to your hand. Auto when this card is discarded from your hand by a Union Fusion skill. Look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck, add up to one Gogeta BR card among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you added a card to your hand, choose one card in your hand and discard it. So again, this is going along with the Gogeta support. These two cards are kind of resembling the two Goku and Vegeta blue cards that were previously out, so that's pretty cool. These two cards are obviously going with the red Gogeta cards as opposed to the blue cards that already have a bunch of support out for it. So let's see what's next. We got 1-drop Broly Astonishing Potential. Swap 3 for leader card is a red Broly BR card, that being the cost. You can play one mono red Broly BR card with an energy cost of 3. Auto when this card is played, you can't play copies of this card for the turn, that's fine. Auto place one card from your life in your drop area. When this card is played, play up to one red Ball BR card from your deck, then shuffle your deck. So it kind of sucks that you have to get rid of a life and put it in your drop area. I'm not sure, I can't remember if there's any benefit to that with the support cards coming out, but you will definitely be plussing with playing that ball out. So that's really cool, really cool. Love this art, love the green aura around Broly, it's super awesome. Alrighty, we got a new Unison, Son Goku Super Dimensional Awakening. +1, activate main. You may choose one card in your hand and discard it. If you do, draw one card, then shuffle up to 4 battle cards with 10k power and no keyword skills from your drop area into your deck. So that's a really good +1 activate main for Unison, especially in the Gogeta deck with the support coming out. That's going to be shuffling the 2 promos that we looked at before back into your deck. So that's pretty cool. We got -1 activate main, add up to 2 red skillless battle cards with an energy cost of 1 from your drop area to your hand. Not too sure if that's going to be a really great -1 in like a bunch of meta decks. I don't see too many people playing any of the skillless cards in the Gogeta build, but we'll see. We got -1 activate battle, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 25k power or less and KO it. So that's a pretty cool activate battle for a Unison. Definitely making your opponent think about if you're going to activate that or not is going to be pretty beneficial if you haven't already activated the +1 or -1. So that's pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's look at the, we have Bulma at her husband's side. Auto when this card is played, look it up to 7 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 blue Vegeta GT card among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Activate main. If your leader card is a blue Vegeta GT only card and you place this card in its owner's drop area, you may place the top card of your deck under your leader card. So I'm not totally sure what the benefit of this activate main is. I don't think I'm overlooking anything, but if I am, definitely leave it in the comments below. Let me know what the benefit of the activate main is. There might be a card later on in the promos that has some sort of effect with that, but we'll see. Let's look at the next one. We got 3-drop Baby Sand Power Absorbed. Counterplay, play this card, and if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 2 or less, it's placed at the bottom of its owner's deck instead of being played. I really like the instead of being played counterplays. Those are the best to get rid of those ETB effects. So activate main. If your leader card is a blue baby card and you place this card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with the energy cost greater than their current energy, negate its skills for the turn, and return it to its owner's hand. So essentially for 2 on your turn, you're able to get rid of possibly a big threat on your opponent's board. This isn't the greatest target to have at the bottom of your deck. We'd much rather have that 5-drop after we play the 4-drop to play something from the bottom of our deck. This really wouldn't be as advantageous as that, but definitely still a good choice, especially for a 2-drop. It's only hitting cards with energy cost of 2 or less, so you might be able to hit like topos or something sneaky like that that gets their energy cost reduced in your opponent's hand. But besides that, there's a couple of other better cards I think that would just be able to take its place. But let's see what our next one is. We have a 2-drop extra card, Revenge Big Bang Attack. It's a pretty awesome artwork, pretty awesome name. Let's see what the effect is. Counter attack, if your leader card is a blue baby card, negate the attack, then switch up to 2 of your mono blue energy to active mode and draw 1 card. So this card is absolutely disgusting, especially if it gets reduced by 1 and it's only a 1 cost. I'm pretty sure it is, because I'm pretty sure the card that does that in the new set, it just says mono blue counter cards. And even if you don't have that card out, this card is still free because you get to untap the 2 energy that you spent to play this and you draw 1. Awesome artwork too. Big Bang Attack is dope. All right, let's look at the next one. We have some Gotenks support. Gotenks Greatest Fusion of Them All. That's a cool name. This card has Deflect and Unique. Union Fusion for 1 green for a Green Sun Goten and Green Trunks Youth. Auto, if your leader card is green, when this card is played, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's Unison cards and remove a marker from it. This card is going to be great for getting rid of markers on your opponent's Unison, preventing them from doing like a massive -5 or -7, or potentially even killing it if you get it down to 1 marker. So that's really cool. Let's look at the next one. We got 3-drop Sun Goten, activate main for 1 green. If your leader card is a green Gotenks card, add this card from your drop area to your hand. Awesome recycle ability. Auto, when this card is KO'd, add up to 1 green Trunks Youth card and up to 1 green Gotenks card from drop area to your hand. So this card is pretty cool. I don't really see any synergy at the moment with having to pay 3 to play this card out just to potentially try to get it to be KO'd. Hopefully there's an easier way to kind of fetch this out for free potentially, and have it just be a 15k threat on the board that your opponent either just leaves up there that you can swing with, or possibly just goes ahead and gets rid of it, and you can add those 2 cards to your hand. Let's look at the next one. We got 3-drops Trunks, activate main for 1 green. If your lead card is a green Gotenks card, you can add this card from drop area to your hand. Auto, when this card is KO'd, pretty much the same thing as the previous Goten card. So these 2 cards together are obviously trying to make the deck as consistent as possible. I do wish that it was kind of like the new yellow Gotenks cards, where you can pretty much do all of these things, but for free. You're not having to pay energy to do it, which is obviously so much better. You have to pitch a card in order to get the materials back in your hand from your drop area, but I'd much rather do that than have to pay an energy for each. So having to pay 1 to get these back in your hand is obviously a little bit worrisome. But we'll see how they play out. Let's look at the next one. We got an awesome 1-drop Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Evil Awaken, Servant keyword skill, so you can hit it with the Overlord. Auto, if your leader card is a green Vegeta card and you add 1 card from your life to your hand, when this card is played, it gains double strike for the turn. So you can obviously bait your opponent out with this card. You can force them to have to get rid of it, or you could possibly be swinging for games. You play this at the start of your turn and they only have two life up, because we already know with the brand new Vegeta leader that you're going to be swinging for double strike each turn. So they're going to be easily down to 2 life by turn like 2 or 3. So this promo was a pretty nice addition to that deck. Definitely just bringing on the aggro and just doing what Vegeta does best and smashing her face in. Alrighty, let's look at the next one. We got some Son Gohan support. This has a unique keyword skill. Auto, when this card is played, add up to 2 yellow skills battle cards with an energy cost of 1 and different card names from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Activate main for 1 yellow. If your leader card is yellow and you choose 1 of your yellow skills battle cards and place it in its owner's drop area, play this card from your hand. So this card is definitely going to help out the deck a ton. Getting 2 of those skillless cards from your deck into your hand, as well as being an option for the monster trait. This card has the trait Saiyan, Earthling, and Monster, and Rider. So I'm sure this card is going to be very expensive. It's going to have some great synergy in the brand new Son Gohan deck. This is definitely a battle card that was needed in the deck to make it run as smooth as possible and to be as strong as it possibly can. So this is a great addition. I love it. Alrighty, next one. We got 2-drop Chichi, Demonic Transformation, Servant keyword. Auto when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or Unison cards and switch it to rest mode. So if this is one of the targets that you want to get out on your opponent's turn, you can pretty much as a Masu super combo their Unison or battle cards. So it's really great. It's a 10k body and a Servant, so you can hit it with that Overlord. This is a pretty cool 2-drop option for the deck. We got 3-drop Shenron card, double strike EX Evolve from 1 yellow on top of a Shenron with the energy cost of 2. Auto, if your lead card is yellow, when your opponent plays a battle card or Unison card, you may choose that card and switch to rest mode. If you do, negate the skill for the turn. This is a pretty nasty auto ability. It doesn't automatically force you into choosing the first card. You can choose to hold on to it until your opponent plays out an actual threat and choose to put it rest mode with that. So that's really great. This card doesn't have any protection on it though. It is pretty cheap to come out, so it still is a pretty viable option. So if your opponent chooses to get rid of it, they're still wasting a card on this to pop it. If not, this auto skill is super devastating. So let's see what's next. We got 6-drop SS4 Bardock, Fighting Against Fate, Overwhelm for 6 and Dual Attack. This is just a pretty good generic black card. Overwhelm for 6, pretty easy to get to. It's a 25k Dual Attack card, so you can choose to pressure your opponent's life with it, or if they have a couple of threats on board, this 25k can definitely get over a lot of threats that people are playing nowadays. So that's cool, beautiful artwork. Let's see what's next. We got SS4 Son Goku, Beyond All Limits, Overwhelm 6. If your leader card is black when this card is played using Overwhelm, add up to 1 black battle card with the energy cost between 3 and 7 from your warp to your hand. So this is a great promo to go into the brand new Dark Broly deck. Getting back your 30ks. This card is also a 30k card, black battle card. So it's a target for all the things going into your deck to put into your drop area. So that's great. And this is obviously going to be a great promo to add to that deck. On top of the art, just looks really sick. This is a really awesome SS4 card. Like you all know, I'm really into the SS4 transformation, so I think this card is super amazing. All right, and our last one is Mass Saiyan, Brainwash No More, Overwhelm for 6. Auto, when this card is played using Overwhelm, place up to 3 black battle cards from your warp in your drop area. So pretty much allowing you to restart the Overwhelm for next turn. Activate battle for 1 black if your leader card is black and you discard this card from your hand. Place 1 card from your life in your drop area and your leader doesn't take damage for the battle. So this is a super amazing black card. I know a lot of people have already been talking about it. If your opponent is swinging out for Victory Strike, possibly dumping their whole hand, or if they're swinging with Double Strike, dumping their whole hand in the game that way, you can just pretty much pay 1 black, place a card from your life in drop area and say, I don't lose the game. This is definitely going to be a card that you want to get a play set of. It's going to be an absolute threat in every single black deck. And this is actually making me wonder if there's going to be any good dual colored decks that contain like black and red. Like back in the day when we were running SS3 Bardock, black and red, that was a pretty awesome deck. I wonder if that kind of thing is still possible nowadays. I'll definitely talk with some people and get something together like that, because that'd be really cool to see if that kind of archetype can come back in the game and be very strong as it once was. But that's gonna be all for today. Thanks so much for watching the video. Comment down below your favorite promo out of this set and what deck you're gonna be looking to add that favorite promo to. Again, thanks so much for watching the video. I love you guys and I'll see you in the next one.